Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to publicly apologize. You may not notice that even though I stopped early to go lay down, I am now starting late from my normal start time. I'll be totally honest with you, when I went to take an early break, the general expectation in my brain is that I would lay down when I was tired, which was then, and then I would get up early, and then I would get back to stream early and do a longer second stream. That's not what happened. Now, I'd like to say I spent that entire time resting, and I did get a frickin' 2-hour nap in, so I think I needed that. But two things kept me awake. So, I didn't actually rest the entire time, like was the original intent. So I do apologize for life getting in the way. Let's go do, what is this? Rolling Green. That's a good one. This is a fun one. Hey, Ross.
Yes. Hey.
If you're thinking about just rolling that ball away, you better listen to old Billboard here. First, jump to get on top of the ball. Alright, now try to match the guide. Alright, that's what we call basic position. From that basic position, tilt to move the ball. Wait, what? Goddamn Chiefs! Alright, whatever. So welcome to another fun, inventive level of awesome. There's a lot of those in this game. Which makes this game better than Mario Bros. 3 in every way. This is so much better with Joy-Cons. I'm not even being hyperbolic about that, because I can prove that, because last time we did this, we also went straight from, Mario Galaxy 1 to Mario Galaxy 2. And let me tell you, last time we played Mario Galaxy 2 on the Wii. So, doing these types of levels on a Wiimote was just worse in every way. It's hard to even put it into words how much worse this game controls in a Wiimote. It's weird. Like, it's not even one of those things where it's just, like, obviously worse, you know? It's like, oh man, the button, like, sticks every 5 seconds. No, it's just worse. Also, I just want to mention something amusing. So, as part of my spiel earlier, I jokingly mentioned that the year 2006 sucked for video games, which is obviously not true and just being done for humor's sake. I then saw someone in my comment section defending 06 from a perspective of games that came out in 06. So I guess I can't make fun of anything anymore. I apologize for that. Let's do our next major level. Space Junk! Here's the other wonderful song we talked about earlier for the sleep playlist.
Yes.
Notice we're a little bit further out now, so you can kind of see the Oort cloud down there. But we're no longer in the atmosphere as our journey continues. Hi, Sean. A nice little thing. From a distance, power stars are very obvious. It's that glow right there underneath the hand. So you can always see where a power star is roughly on these stages. Just a nice little visual thing. Hey, Federation Builder. Whoop, whoop, whoop. What? No, come back. Hey, Hazardous. Hey, Dark Prince Revan. Excuse me. So, as a curiosity, Ross, if I was to ask you what Mario Bros. 3 does better than this game, would the only answer you'd be able to give be that it's in 2D? And I know that sounds insulting, but I don't mean it like that. I'm just honestly curious. Because I'm going somewhere with that. Had a thought. And I know. It's a dangerous pastime. So, did you know there's something called the Oblivion Line, Federation Builder? Be free! Be free! Well, if you type into chat !Oblivion, you too can see a full explanation for what that means. Mr. Mario, as the brave captain of the Toad Brigade, I've already discovered a shortcut to the Power Star. Take this sling at the top of the star, sure. Well, thank you, good man. Well, this looks like a mess. So I'll pause for a moment and say, thank you very much, Dark Prince Revan. You know, Noctis is right. Mario Bros. 3 angered PETA. It's always a good thing. Hashtag screw PETA. Alright, so, Dark Prince Revan. No. Yep, is going towards Armored... What? Armored Core. Oh my god, I can't type. 6. Batman... Ratchet and Clank HD Collection. Thank you, Dark Prince Revan. So, this is yet another example of a level that's actually not all that impressive, not really, but leans entirely on presentation. And I know that you're all like, oh my god, nobody gives a crap about presentation, Lore. All we care about is core, quality, content. But I like presentation. As long as the core is actually worth a damn. If you have a game like, well, I should name any examples, then I'm not going to like it all that much, just because it looks cool. But I have to admit, I do find this presentation pretty freaking cool. There's a black hole right there, just in case, you know. In case you decide to screw up a little bit. You could screw up a little bit, it's up to you. You know, no biggie. And yeah, if you ever wonder why Pokemon is awesome, it's not because it's a great game, or with amazing, like, core content, or surprisingly in-depth gameplay, or fun, lighthearted world, or an interesting and silly setting. No, it's none of that. It's because Pokemon pissed off PETA. No, come back! Damn it! Hi, Oxnash. Whoop. I think the sound effects sell it.
Woohoo! Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It seems a prankster comet has appeared somewhere. Prankster comets have a very strange effect on galaxies. If you want to learn more, ask the Luma who knows about such things. So, prankster comets are an optional mutator version of an existing stage. They're also pretty much universally harder than the vanilla stage. Hey how, if you need to know anything about prankster comets, I'm your Luma. Tell me more. That prankster comets always stirring up trouble, making galaxies go crazy. Speedy comets limit the amount of time you can spend there. Daredevil leaves you with low life. Cosmic makes you race a mirror of yourself. Fast foes make your enemies move faster. Now the fun part's trying each one out. Well, okay, let's go try one out then. Yep, 100%, which is to say, well, 50%, which is 120, requires doing all the pranksters. I should take a drink every loading screen. That's what I should do. This one's actually pretty hard as far as prankster comets go. I remember screwing this up last time, too. Let's go. No, that was right. That was right. No, then I'll just die, Noctis. Wait, are you trying to kill me, Noctis? Oh, thank God. Listen, could you make it quick? I got a lot of things on my mind. So if you could just, like, speed it up, you know? I don't like drawn out goodbyes, you know what I mean? Oh my God, Dream Whisperer. I do like difficulty mutators, I always have. So that's honestly probably a fair bet, Valerian. Oh man, Daredevil Comets. Oh, they were pretty much the last ones I usually get when it comes to 100%ing, or excuse me, 50%ing this game. We might not do all those on camera, to be totally honest. We'll see. We'll see. Or we will die and be... Oh, sorry. Hey, young dragon. Timer pauses for cutscenes. A minor point, but something worthy of note. I do like chili dogs, although a good soup is invaluable. I'm just saying. Imagine having a good soup and Hey, Dean Bedine, give me 1 second. Oh, I think I did it. Never mind, we're good. Thank you for the sub. I'll put that towards Mario, Mario, and Mario. Hang on, is Telos Principle 2... Can someone check for me? Is Telos Principle 2 on the list right now? Like, is that something... Can someone double check? Yeah, I guess I can check. Here, I'll pull it up right now. Let me just go to my website. Let's see. What do we got? It is not. In that case, what I will do, Dean, is I'll put that towards Talos Principle 2 and nothing else. And we will add that to the list. Okay, fine. I'll stop screwing with you.
Woohoo! Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's the simplest of the prankster comments. There's a couple others, like I said. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
Woohoo! Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I don't mean to sound negative, but I think the water looked a bit better in Sunshine. Then again, Sunshine was kind of all about the water, so that makes sense. It's like saying the gravity's better in this than Sunshine. I mean, duh. Camella? Her name is Cammy Koopa, thank you very much. Yes, it was actually a... I talked about that earlier today, Dean. Go watch the previous VOD for more info. And for people not believing me that this was done with an orchestra. But yes, this was done with a real orchestra with a gentleman who's basically done nothing else in his career. Like, he did Mario Galaxy 1, Mario Galaxy 2, and that's kind of his shtick. Like, that's what he's known for. He's done, like, a couple of songs, he's done a few songs on a few other works, and that's kind of it. Again, with the tutorialization. You know anything I like about Galaxy over Sunshine and 64? Less animation locking. You can animation cancel a little bit in this game, and I appreciate that. Yeah, guess the name of the orchestra, Dean Bedine. Go ahead, guess. If you're still there, which you might not be. I wouldn't blame you for not watching me, of all people. Who the hell would watch me, for God's sakes? You could be watching a woman in a bikini not doing anything right now. And you could give her money. Or you could watch a dude who's just watching other people's YouTube videos without saying anything. He's just watching other people's YouTube videos. Think about that. That could be yours. Right now. Yeah, you could watch a woman in a bikini and give her money. Oh, the red shell didn't home. Can you imagine the joys? The amazingness? No, in a strip club, you could give her money and she might actually acknowledge that you exist. Also, no shaming, but like, am I the only one who finds strip clubs like just weirdly uncomfortable and awkward? Is that just me? That's just me, isn't it? Alright. So anyways, Mario Galaxy, right? Don't clip that. Yeah, no, exactly, Kieran White. Now, okay, in the interest of fairness, I have never been to a strip club. So I'm going off of kind of like presuminations here. The elder cousin of the ruminations. But yeah, no, exactly, Valerian. I don't want to really be around, like, other people who are probably guys, who I probably know, because I'm probably not there, like, with strangers, while being horny. That just sounds awkward and weird. I mean, one time, this was a very long time ago, one of the people at an office I worked at were like, hey, let's all go to a strip club as like an office group thing. And I'm like, why? Cammy was better. I love the little touches. The color of the beam indicates what's going to come out of it. And you can grab from afar, as I demonstrated twice now. Okay, well, that's one way to escalate. Rule of 3, continuing. Now we've got a lot of fireballs going all over the place, and one shell. Notice she tends to hide behind them in general, too. Making it a little bit harder to line up the shot. Not impossible, just a little harder. In that 4X game, that Mario 4X game that I've been debating for literal years at this point, I was thinking about making Power Stars one of the rare resources you could gather. And I was thinking, the games use them so generically that they could be used to buff, like, anything, right? Want to make production a little bit faster for a bit? Want to make a unit quicker? Want to improve morale temporarily? Want to boost the level? Or give a temporary buff to a specific... Want to promote a unit to a hero unit? Power Stars. Oh, we got a comet. Go ahead and hit me, Federation Builder. I may destroy you horribly, I'm not going to lie to you. But that's okay. Because I'll rebuild you afterwards, right? Better than before. More cybernetics. Even just the way they do collision in this game is better than the previous games. Because they do a better job of trying to prevent awkward angles and like polygon mesh collision. I don't know what else to call that. $6 billion! Okay, look, Federation Builder, like, you're cool and all, but I don't know if I got that kind of cash for you. Sorry, buddy. It's time to stay dead. Then again, how expensive was RoboCop? Can we do it on the cheap? So, this should be fun. Because now we have to deal with this other little gimmick. Star Mario. I don't actually know the route, but thankfully the stage gives me some hints. That's cool. Also, what I like most about these races, so the enemy is not rubber banded at all, it's completely manual. Which means, in addition to the fact that it can't catch up to you, or vice versa, there's also the fact that it's designed to give you a hint of how to progress. If you're having issues with it, you just follow the shadow and see the route it's taking. It can serve as a bit of a guide. That's a good question, Federation Builder. I've already answered that question before, so I'm going to require you to go back through my gargantuan mythos of videos and watch every single one of them to find the one time, actually twice, that I've talked about that. Go on, I'll be here. I'm joking. So, I do actually, if you want to hear an in-depth answer, go watch the streams leading up to the, leading up to, yeah, you got days, right? Leading up to the rewrites themselves. I did a pre-launch stream for each rewrite, and I talk about it in more in-depth there. Like, a lot more in-depth. But if you want the very, very bare bones, to do a rewrite, the first thing I want is to have something that I'm sufficiently familiar with to rewrite, with what I would assume to be a degree of confidence. You're not going to see me doing a rewrite of Avatar: The Last Airbender because I don't even know that setting. Or Battlestar Galactica, or any anime, right? Like, you get it. So that's the first barrier to entry. Which one's this one? The second barrier to entry is I need to... I know, right? Like this is Sunshine or something. The second barrier to entry is I need to be interested in it. I need to have some kind of personal investment so that it sparks that creative urge for me to do the rewrite. If I'm just not interested in a setting, it doesn't matter how well I know it, I'm just not going to do a rewrite of it, right? It's just, I suppose that's a duh. Once I've established whether or not something is actually worth rewriting at all or not, the next thing I do is I usually establish what I call bedrock. Bedrock is whatever's at the very, very, very fundamental core of a given setting. The thing that needs to be established before anything else can be built off of it. Now I gotta think of an example of this. I mean, the obvious example is the Force, when it comes to Star Wars. But that's kind of a gimme. I was trying to use a more esoteric example, because every setting has some kind of core, even if it's not something like as obvious as you know, the Force in Star Wars. Hi, Dakota. You're on late. Hope you're doing all right. Come on. Come on. Yeah, no, Trek is future optimism. Bingo. That's the bedrock for Trek. It needs to be the future, and it needs to be generally positively inclined and generally optimistic. It can be dark, but it needs to end, like, darkness needs not to be the end of the sentence, it needs to be the beginning of the sentence. And that's extremely important. And if I might be bold for a second, I think that's one of the things that several specific works of New Trek fail at, is that they make darkness the end of the sentence, and that's just misunderstanding the setting fundamentally. Yeah, bingo, Vigilant. You got it. Stealth sucks? Oh, that's a shame. Come on. Thankfully, the cutscene pauses. Yeah. I said that right. Cutscene pauses the timer. Well, Kingdom Hearts, light and dark, and the way they interact with each other is probably the bedrock of that setting. Yeah, Into Darkness. The very title of that film represents a fundamental misunderstanding of what makes Star Trek Star Trek. But what the hell do I know? I've only been studying Star Trek for the better part of a decade. Anyways. I don't have much self-esteem, but I know track. So, once we've established our bedrock, then we decide, how does it operate? How does it work? Does it need to be defined more or less than it is existing? Does it need to be changed, for that matter? Again, to go back to the easy answer of the Force, we needed to define the Force, because Star Wars itself, quite frankly, hasn't. So, what is the Force? How does it operate? How does it function? We need to establish this bedrock, these base-level rules, in order to then be able to move forwards. That's step one of once we're actually in the point of rewriting. No indicator of detection? Really? God. It's like the last 20 years of stealth gaming that hasn't existed. Jesus. So, what does the Force do? How does it operate? Blah, 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 blah. The next thing I tend to work on, personally, is I tend to zoom the camera all the way out to the setting building perspective. So, what's the big stuff? What's the stuff that has to be settled that will have an impact on the entire rest of the setting? Let me go back to Star Trek for a second. The Borg, the Q, and time travel. Those are the big three. Those are three things that have setting-altering implications that thus had to be solved first. Couldn't really work on the rest of the setting until I know how time travel works, how the Q operate, and what the Borg are doing. Sounds like? Now, I know my style of writing is kind of inverted of what most people do, of what normal people do, I might even say. But I start as zoomed out as possible, and then each successive step of the rewrite, I zoom in more. We start with the big, broad strokes, and then we do like a rough timeline outline kind of a thing, vague sequence of events, and then we zoom in a little bit more. We start to figure out how specific aspects of the world and the setting, like species level stuff tends to operate. Not at the cultural level, because culture can be affected by other things, but like at the biological level.
Yes!
You know, how does... to go back to Star Trek for a second, how does warp drive work? When was it discovered? How was it discovered? How do transporters work? How do holodecks work? Etc., etc. Brave Brigade told him to search for a power star. He went off on that planet and hasn't been seen since. God, that planet looks terrifying. Jesus. And then I just kind of keep zooming in from there. Honestly, the very, very, very last step I do in any rewrite is actually the character stuff. And that's immediately before I actually sit down and writing out the scripts. How many do you want? 50, huh? I do not have 50. Again, if you want a more detailed list of what I just talked about, go watch the streams that lead up to the existing rewrites that I've already done. Still gonna be a few short. Did you hear that guy laugh at me? I am 4 short. Is there anything over here? Damn. I am 4 short. Okay. Yeah, it's Captain Toad. This is the beginning of his career in these games. He would show up in the next game, and then 3D World? I don't think he shows up in 3D Land. And then he would finally get his own side thing after his stint in 3D World. There we go. Okay, let's go feed the Luma. Sheesh. Some of these can get kind of tight for actually being able to feed them the amount they want. And thus the challenge becomes finding enough before you reach them. Hey, you. Hey. Oh my god, he's got a Goomba infestation. I'm sorry, but I know I think kind of backwards. Most people I know actually start pretty much the opposite. They zoom in on, like, say, characters, for example, first. And then we zoom out from there. This is what I want, like, for example, when you ask me, you know, what are we doing with Cork? My answer is, I have no idea. I don't know what the state of the world's going to be like at that point in time. I don't know where the Ferengi as a nation or as a people are going to be at. Considering we do know that the Ferengi are going to be involved in the coalition of planets. Like, that's way early on in the timeline, right? So who knows how much of an effect that's going to have further down the line. This is a lot of dead Goombas. This is kind of creeping me out just a little bit. See, that's what I was thinking, Kira White Noise. Oh no, we died. No. Revenge for all the brave Goombas who gave their lives. It's actually our first death. There it is. I no longer feel bad about killing all those guys. I just realized they give no health ups back. So you have to kill all of them without getting hit more than twice. I mean, I am bonkered by how good the soundtrack is to this game. It's so strange, and it's such a departure, but would set the tone for pretty much every Mario soundtrack after this, with the possible exception of Mario Wonder. Which I only say possibly because I haven't heard it yet. And no, I don't want to hear about it, at least not until we get there. Oh, I should have done that, Lord Harrimont. Oh well. Sorry, to explain that a little bit, Lord Harrimont was like, what were you actually doing during your break? I should have been like on this game. Like, not actually playing it, but like pretending I'm playing it. I'm like, oh, right, sorry, let me start the stream. And then switch over here. What, the Kelvin timeline? I think there's like a couple of comics that are in the Kelvin timeline. But other than that, nothing that I'm aware of. Weird location for niche. the prequel comics. I remember those, because those set the stage for 2009. You can skip cutscenes in this, by the way. What's your excuse every other game ever made? Oh, we can't manage escape velocity. That would be funny if that was the actual in-lore reason. Or, I guess, in real-life reason. So, sir, why have you decided to make your cutscenes mandatory and unskippable in your game? They're just too good to skip. You don't understand. There is no excuse, under any circumstances, for someone to not watch our cutscenes every time they play the game. I mean, I shouldn't make fun. That is the most common defense I hear from players of unskippable cutscenes. So, you know. What, a Galaxy 3? I mean, Nintendo can do whatever the hell they want to, so who knows. That being said, Odyssey is actually a pretty old game at this point. Ah, I'm stuck. Sorry. I just noticed that sound effect sounds a lot like the Splatoon sound effect. Here, listen to this. Oh god, arachnophobia mode. And as you can see, you can't get more than one in one row. You see how I actually hit both of them there? But it only counted for one of them. Real life Trihexia. Earth 1999 versus Earth 16. I don't understand the question, Vandali, I'm sorry. I don't think I'm up to date on whatever you're talking about. Hey, good bar, give me 1 second to not die to a spider. It's always something I strive to do. I mean, as much as I enjoy dying to spiders, it's not really something I'm into. Wait, I think I hear someone. Got her to kill. Just gonna kill the spider first. Die, spider. Oh my gosh. Hey, kiddo. See if I actually get the day started.
Wahoo! Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, good bar, for the sub. I do always appreciate that support. If you would like to put that towards up to 3 things, please let me know. Yeah, all spiderwebs turn into black holes. That's just science. OBS. Dealer's choice. You got it. So, Marvel started off their movieverse beginning its own universe, but somewhere along they changed their mind and said it was the same as the classic Marvel comics. That's just stupid. Of course it's its own universe. Like, in every way. Okay. There you go. There's my response to that. Live and uncensored. How many do you want? 400. We got that. Probably when I was 3 or 4, Trihexia. Listen, I'm all about feeding Luma's candy. I mean, maybe, Noctis, that's really dumb. Anybody with a functioning brain could tell you that that's not true. And anybody who doesn't know enough to tell the difference doesn't care.
Yes.
So the only person they could possibly be doing that to is for people who actually know what Earth 616 is like, right? You know, in other words, the people who would be willing to call bull on that crap. Oh, we're dead. EDF! EDF! Sorry. Well, I'm dead. It's time to bleed all the life out. I've had too many lives. It's time to get rid of all of them. Why did that happen? Okay. Like I said, we gotta get rid of our... I'm just burning through lives. It's like tax season, you know? You gotta be unprofitable so you spend less on taxes. Yeah, EDF is probably a pretty good example of a good time waster game. See you around, Dakota. Have a good one.
Wahoo!
Lol, Lord Hermot. Also the most negatives per kilo.
Yeah.
That might not be true. Picture comets have a strange effect on galaxies. Okay, then why are you... Okay, sure, I don't care about you. Go away, Rosalina. Nobody likes you. That's not true. Everybody likes you. This is why it's weird that we haven't seen more of you. We're getting a Peach game, finally. Where's our Rosalina game? Alright, hang on. Real talk. If you could pick one genre to have a really good Rosalina game in, what do you pick? I mean, considering how long it took Peach to get her own game. Rosalina is the RTS. Okay, that's weird that multiple of you said that at once. I'm guessing that's because of the Lumas, right? The minions. Does that make sense? You can also do an Overlord style like that. A 4X? No. All of Mario gets the 4X. Ah, that's a good point, R. Spruce. You got me there. Can't argue. So, how do I avoid my plots becoming too convoluted? I guess I don't. How do I manage my cast size? I guess I don't do that either. How do I plot out episodes? So I actually use spreadsheets to plot out episodes. Couple things I do. I like hard data. Always have. Unlike hard lore. Nobody likes hard lore. This is a really cool gimmick. Check this out. It's the same basic gimmick as the donut blocks from all the way back in Mario 3. But, you know, better in every way, because this game is better than Mario 3 in every way. Now, I have a spreadsheet, and I keep track of a lot of things. I keep track of arcs, and the pacing of how those arcs should weave in and out of each other. Across a given season or an entire series. I keep track of which character gets the focus of a given episode, or which characters get the focus, to make sure that nobody really ends up flagging behind. And I know what you're thinking, oh, that's just tokenism. No. So, the idea here is, there's a lot of episodes which can be given to most characters, right? Like, we found an alien race, and they had all kinds of problems, and they've died out, okay? Who goes to investigate? Who's the main character to take that episode and make that their episode? There's multiple characters that applies to. So what I can do is I can look at the list and be like, alright, you haven't had a lot of episodes lately, but I know you are going to have a bunch of episodes coming up, so you are going to be the one. So then we attach that person. Stuff like that. Organization. Spreadsheets. Uh-oh. Yep, nope, we're dead. No. Federation Builder. Besides, there's nothing to explain there. It's just, you know, characters, number of episodes, and the column is the season, and each entry is how many episodes are dedicated to them. There you go. Boom. Done. Nothing fancy. Okay, granted, I'm not the right person to say that, because I'm all about extremely overcomplicated spreadsheets. As anybody who's seen any of my work-related spreadsheets will be able to tell you. I should probably also add on top of that that for both the Diablo rewrite and the FF1 rewrite, I didn't use any spreadsheets at all. Having said that, I am using a spreadsheet for the FF rewrite as a whole, the entire project. Mostly to keep track of the timeline. I find that spreadsheets are a great way to keep track of timeline. Basically, makes each row like either a month or a year, depending on how tight, or a day even, depending on how tight your timeline is. And then you just kind of, each column is a different track, so this is what this character is doing, this is what this character is doing, etc. Good morning, Darkrai. 30 Scurry. Battle Rock. This should be fun. You know, Brickwork's a little bit more difficult to gauge in a game like this. I've actually been thinking about this entire time. Like, how do we gauge the brickwork of a game like this? I guess it's mostly down to skyboxes and the textures of the planets. And it's kind of deliberately minimalist in several cases. It's not like Sunshine where it just oozed joy and amazingness in every pore. Or Odyssey, which is better than Mario Bros. 3 in every way. One of these days I'm going to get a reaction from that. Nobody's been reacting. So we all know the Garbage Disposal Star is the best... God damn that star. Was that 1 or 2 that had that? Because I actually don't remember. But I know the one you're talking about, and it sucks. Whoop, hello. Apparently it's this one. Ugh. Hey, Evo. I don't know, what do you think, Evo? Is Odyssey a better 2D platformer? Yes. Objectively. I mean, wouldn't you, Trihexia? So I love this. If you're on the top plate, you're getting attacked by these ones. If you're on the bottom part, you're attacked by these. And if you're in the middle, you've got the lightning in the way. Nowhere is safe, but everything is kind of weaving in and out of safety. So there's actually plenty of safe zones as you're moving around. Just a neat little way to do this. Well, I'm debating how to gauge brickwork in a game like this. Because it kind of bypasses the usual norms by virtue of how it does its visuals. A lot of it's down to skyboxing, which can be a part of brickwork. Whoops, I should be paying attention. But like, for example, ignore the skybox, which is easy because you can't even see it right now. There's not a lot of brickwork on display on screen right now. Health back here. Texture usage. I knew it. I always knew you were one of them fancification types. Over here, over here. It's all them college degrees that you got. Making you better, smarter person than me. I knew it. Ooh, smoked Gouda. I will, however, not wish you Gouda afternoon because I have none. I'm not a good liar. A diameter? I think it's like a holy meter, hazardous. And if anybody gets that joke, I will put $1 towards the game of your choice for getting my terrible, terrible joke.
Oh, yeah.
Nope, nope, not repeating it. We're done. We're walking, we're walking. A good guess, Trakaji, but unfortunately, no. Hey, Noctis gets it. What would you like to put that towards? It's okay, Kieran. I know I'm being boring today. I've actually noticed this little trend, that whenever I play a game that I'm really getting into, my viewership almost inevitably goes down. And I don't want to sound like negative about that. It makes sense. I'm probably being very, very boring. It's just... it's kind of an interesting take, you know? It's like, well... people tell me they want me to play games that I want to review and stream. But the evidence doesn't line up with that. So I've been looking forward to the Mario block for, like, a while. And, here we is. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just boring nowadays, and that's just the problem. Okay, how many do you want? If it's 25, I got your back. 30! Okay, I might be able to do 30. It's okay, Kieran, I understand. No, I do get that I'm kind of that non-main activity kind of entertainment, right? Like, you don't pay attention to me, I'm just over there on the side while you're doing something else. Oh, that's true. I need to start screaming every minute. So that way you can actually be sure you're getting your entertainment's value here. Okay, I probably shouldn't joke about this. Jesus, Arspers. But I do actually worry about that pretty sincerely. Like, I feel like I've gotten more boring as the years go on. I don't know what else to add to that. Hey, it's your favorite star. Trash disposal. It's okay. All we have to do is do this perfectly and in only a few seconds, otherwise we'll die. We have plenty of bombs. You could use them to blow up the trash. That's the perfect way of trash disposal. That's it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I assume you mean drama, our spruce. Because Lord knows a lot of developers, excuse me, wrong word, creators have been tracing the drama train lately. I guess that's not even a lately thing, is it? That's just a thing. Yeah, it's a fail. Wow. At least they don't kill you this time, so this isn't Sunshine. Yeah, this is negative worthy. This is our first real negative in the whole game. The other one was kind of a gimme negative. This is garbage. Thankfully, the gold coins there are there to kind of indicate where you should toss them for, but it still sucks. Still with 3 seconds left. Yeah, it's like, be precise with something that by definition is very vague and vain. Vague and imprecise, whatever. Yeah, second try, by the way, because I'm just so good at games, you guys. I remember the cardboard box one even worse. I'm probably just biased because I'm remembering Sunshine, which absolutely killed you when you screw those up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Somebody do me a favor. Check the archives, not the review list, but the archives review list. Let's see how long we spent on Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2 last time. I'm actually pretty curious. Yeah, Mario's just like, oh, I didn't do it. Seppuku, I think that's the thing. Gotta get her suicide quota in for the day.
Yes.
16 hours. That's actually longer than I thought. It's longer than Sunshine and 64 combined. Fear not, I will save you, little Luma. All the chain chomps. Why are there so many chain chomps here? Are they trapped here? If I free them, can they, like, do something for me? What do you do with an army of chain chomps? That was scary. As a way of making help, or as a way of thanking me, as a way of showing my appreciation. You just toss them down Rainbow Road. I like it. They are good doggos. All good doggos go to Chain Chomp Heaven, I suppose. Best magic system that I've ever seen, other than mine, of course. I'm joking. Mine's actually in the middle of a reconstruction, and I just haven't had time to devote to it. So, best magic system that isn't mine. Honestly, I think I'm going to go with Azeroth. I think the way that Azeroth's magic is constructed and designed makes not only perfect sense, but has been mostly self-consistent. And it's nice and complex, but without being too complex, and it's got layers to it, like ogres. Playable. Oh, come on, game. Fine. What are you doing, game? Following that, I'd probably go with Final Fantasy XIV specifically. That's it? That's all I get for all that? At least I got a life out of it. Unlike in real life. How so what? I'm sorry, Federation Builder. Oh my god, that poor Luma. Is that Luma powering a ship? I suddenly have an idea for a story. Starships that are powered by people that give them super warp. Such a dumb storyline. Like, it was just the dumbest storyline. We need a big ethical dilemma. Okay, I've got it. How about we take people and we throw them into our warp core, and that makes us go hyper fast, despite all logic and reason. Sure. Yep, it's Starpiercer. Oh my gosh. I didn't mean to destroy their entire planet, but, you know, whatever. No, Morgantis, we were talking about a Star Trek Voyager episode in which... two-parter, actually. In which they're like, alright, we're gonna dump people into our warp core, and it's gonna make us go super fast, so we can have a vague, like, surface-level ethical dilemma. Oh, Jesus. I don't know where to start with that, Federation Builder. Okay. So, I want you to imagine the best magic system ever made. Okay, we're done. Cool. Any questions? Yes, we were talking about Equinox. Yeah, no, that's a real thing.
Oh, yeah.
And we're not talking about Buna Belzeblah. He's not here. He's not here. Nobody cares about him. Even he doesn't care about him. I mean, Lightning Returns is even on the docket for a potential review. Okay, you've got questions. Alright, most of the setting of Azeroth, of Warcraft, is baked, is built on several power sources, right? They interact with each other and form a pattern and yada yada, but you've got Arcane, you've got Elemental, you've got Natural, you've got Ancestral, you've got, which is partially Soul,
Yes.
you've got Void, you've got Light, you've got... did I mention Arcane? I think Arcane was on there. Death, thank you. Which also leads to Undeath. Fel, that's the other big one. And, of course, Druidic, Life. And all of those are different sources of magic, which can interact with each other in specific and precise ways, depending. Because each of them represents a concept, not just the magic itself. To use the most obvious example, Fel is fire. That is to say, the concept of fire. Fel burns. So, Fel magic is very, very powerful, but that's because it also is burning, and it actually specifically burns life as its fuel source. Oh my gosh. I have been lasered. I actually don't know that much about MTG's overall setting. Other than the fact that Mirrodin was the best thing ever for MTG, I'm just saying. Don't at me. Each of these can interact in different ways. Arcane is order, for example. So you can add arcane magic to natural magic, and that can then produce orderly life. But you can also add life magic to something like, say, void magic to make chaotic nature, and so forth and so on. I always love, they're like, thanks for my freedom. I will turn into a warp star for you. I like to think it's temporary, like they're not stuck that way. Because that would be terrible. People can then use this magic either by learning it or by getting like a patron, or being empowered by an artifact, or having an artificial battery which they can use to drain magic from, or like a dozen other different sources of magical power. And pretty much all of them are feasible, and all of them can work under their own circumstances, but also none of them are the quote-unquote perfect method. Yeah, we're just gonna assume that it's not permanent, because we're not evil. I love this stage, by the way. You like this? Something that would normally be a platform to help us through is actually something that's gonna shove us into the death area. I love these anti-gravity stages. I always have. When we have control over the gravity, you know? Go, 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 go. It's actually a little close. Again, no falling damage. Danger signs and cracked bits of the wall in order to indicate where it's not safe to stand. In fact, if you notice, there's cracked stuff on the actual platform, too. So, double visual indicator of that. You can draw on any of the magic sources to cast, but you can also draw on them to empower or to enchant. So, empower is when you empower the individual, making yourself superhuman effectively. And to enchant is obvious. You have an item that goes bzzz, that kind of stuff, right? All magic can be forced, but in almost every case, if the thing or source of the magic is willingly giving you the magic, then it tends to be stronger. If you are a willing recipient, then you tend to be stronger. If you are not a willing recipient, then you tend to be weaker. That kind of goes both ways. So, to use really, really made-up, rough examples, if Federation Builder was like, I wish to empower you with Fel, we'll use a random example there, and I say no, then I will be, like, level 2. But if I wish to draw Fel from you, and you don't want to give it to me, then I will be level 2. If you don't want to give it to me, and I don't want to receive it, I would be level 1, and if you want to give it, and I want to receive it, I would be level 3. Make sense? These are very made-up numbers, but you get the idea. Boss time! I already have a health, so I don't need that. Right in a minute. Have I mentioned that I actually like the bosses in this game? They're very inventive, and generally fun. They always follow a theme of whatever the level is you were just on, too. Which goes back to what I was talking about earlier, where each stage needs to have its own theme in order to qualify as one of the robust stages. Yeah, they changed it around so that undeath isn't actually a source of magic, it's just a consequence of magic. Which honestly makes sense. There's always been the multiple types of undead in the Warcraft setting. And I mean, considering the Burning Legion, it's likely that some of their undead practitioners pull back people with Fel instead of death magic, right? Stuff like that. I mean, just look at, oh god, what was his name? The skull that you wield in Legion. Oh, absolutely, Rex. Listen, being a lich is fine. Here, I'll ask my niece. Hey, kiddo. You have the option to be undead. Is that okay? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, right? But you could be undead. You could rule as the Lich Queen. It's gonna be a little weird until you get to the taste. I just wanted to try it. See if you liked it. You want a rope instead? Please don't take 5 ropes. I don't even think I have 5 ropes. Yeah. I do have plenty of crackers still. Okay. Oh, Mario's asleep. Mario, get up. We got work to do. Alright, so are we done? Nope. We got a comet, which is it active right now? Doesn't look like it's active. I guess we'll do the boss fight. What are you doing? Ah! Okay. Hang on. What WoW characters would I associate most with Mario? A Thrall. After that, oh gosh, I don't know. Oh, hey, it's the third best song of the game.
Yes.
I know, it's just a remix, it doesn't get credit. Pretty sure Kondo did this one, actually. He did 4 songs of this game. Okay, that's funny. Okay, so Luigi in Warcraft. That's not disorienting at all. It's of death in all directions. As you can see. It's okay, mid-mission checkpoints. Which I need to write down if I haven't. Oh, did I just die? That's really funny. Alt-tab to write something down and I instantly die. This is my norm. Who would be Luigi? Gosh. Who would be Luigi? That's what I was thinking. I was trying to think of someone who qualifies as brave. It's probably some side character I can't even think of the name of right now. Help me out, Mr. Red. Who's someone who is, like, not super amazingly strong and awesome, but still, you know, very brave and very competent? That's what he needs to be. Probably a decent amount of loyalty there, too. Mr. Thwomp. Disorienting. Like, I feel like it's going to be one of the more side characters, which is why I'm having issues with it. Because most of the main characters of the Warcraft cast tend to be, like, the main characters of TNG. For example, the Luigi of TNG is easy. Barkley, specifically because Barkley is not the heroic, you know, dramatic prose, upper end of human competency, or whatever you want to call that. Bowser, we need to talk to you about your fire fixation. It's not healthy. We're worried about you. Bowser. No. Okay. That's. Yep. This is what I was worried about, honestly. Thank you for proving my point. You know, you're just destroying your own stage, Bowser. This is your level that you are blowing up to get to me. You finally made it. I'm evil. Just in time for me to stomp you into space bits. Not regular bits, because you see, this Mario game is in space. This is such a cool boss battle. Yeah, I mean, all the Bowser battles are variants on this, but it's still cool. Zappy Boy. I mean, actually, you know what? That's not a bad example. Someone like Bedrock would honestly probably do more like Bowser. Who would be Bowser? Someone who's like not evil, but you know, kind of a dork. Not, you know, again, not evil. Probably a bit of a self-esteem issue. Stop throwing fire at me, Bowser. I don't appreciate it as much as I'd like to admit. I love this fight. The way they use the sphere as his fight, the fact that his attacks kind of rotate around it, exactly like they would, as a shockwave would in this circumstance. The fact that you have to get him to stomp on a specific point, which then sends him to the other side, which then sends him to the other side. So you have to kind of move around the sphere to get him. Like, it's actually using the 3D space in a very clever way. As usual, rule of 3 and escalation. And yeah, the Yoshi drum chanting getting better is just, oh, love it. Great Yoshi drums in this game. Oh, foolish Mario, my plan is too far along now. You really think you can stop me? Love them Yoshi drums. Love that boss fight. Yeah, exactly. There's so many little details. They made the sphere semi-transparent so that you could see where he's at as he's rotating around the other side of the sphere. Otherwise, that fight would probably be more irritating than it already is. Or, than it... That's not how I meant that. Than it is. It would have been irritating, period. And it's not irritating at all. There we go. Nailed it! There's not a lot of villainous types who aren't actually evil in Warcraft. Most of the villains are people who aren't villains at all, but then they're like, they walk up to the Alliance, and the Alliance are like, you're a villain! And you're evil, and I hate you! It's like, okay. The star's green shifted now. I'm ready, Ross. I'm ready. This is it. This is it. I'm prepared to kill Ross once and for all. And that way he won't have to watch me play Breath of Fire 2! It'll be great. I'm looking forward to it. Let's do it. You know, Voss was actually my first thought for Luigi. Believe it or not. I do like, Zappy Boy. I can't remember his damn name.
Ah.
You rescued another Grand Star, and power has returned to another dome. But I still don't think we have the Power Star we need to fly through the universe. The villain who kidnapped your special one took her far from here, to the very center of the universe. Once our star power is restored, the observer can go there. Then you can reunite with your special one. And then we could stab everyone in our way. They'll all get stabbed! Sorry. No stabbing. No stabbing. We're good, guys. We're good, guys. Okay, so I'm going to ask something strange, Ross. Have you played this game? There's no judgment there. I'm legitimately curious, because I know you said you walked away from 3D Marios, like, as a policy. Okay, so you have played this game. Holy crap. Yeah, Galaxy 1 is obviously not as good. Jeez, it's a Daredevil boss fight. Galaxy 1 is obviously not as good as Galaxy 2, maybe. Maybe 3 to... I guess... we'll find out, won't we? I don't know. Galaxy 1 might actually sit at the top, other than Odyssey. Odyssey's gonna crush it. We'll see. I'm really curious. I'm really curious. I am pretty certain about Odyssey. Odyssey is probably gonna be in punching range of the top 5. Not of the Marios, of everything. It is, in fact, one of 3 games that is left that might actually challenge the Kings at the very top. Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI, and Mario Odyssey. I don't know I don't know Mario Wonder. I have no idea about Mario Wonder. I have been very deliberately walking away from all news about Wonder, so I'll be walking in pretty blind there. I know nothing. Okay, so that was... Space Junk and Battle Rock was pretty good. So Battle Rock gets that. Rastakhan? No, although, now that you say that... Yeah, Odyssey is... For those of you not aware, Odyssey got something... We'll talk about this more when we get there, but Odyssey had something happen to it which was very, very unique for gaming. It got pushed back. Not because, like, they were having production issues, just because they thought they could put more polish into the game. They looked at the game and they said, it's good enough to release, but the dev team thought they could improve the game even more. And so they did. Because that's how Nintendo operates. So they pushed out Breath of the Wild first instead, and they sat down with Odyssey. And that is exactly what happened with Dread, actually. So they sat down with Odyssey and they said, let's really pour ourselves into that, and it's frickin' Odyssey. It's one of the biggest reasons why I'm pretty sure Wonder is going to score well without knowing anything about it. Because the core Nintendo team named the last time they put out a bad game. A game that would be, that would score less than 0 on the review system. Raytheon is Bowser. Actually, I like that. Yeah, no, that tracks perfectly. Hang on, before we do this... Yes, but Breath of the Wild was the console seller for the Switch. So... Game. There you go. Like, I mean, sure, yeah, it's a port, just like Twilight Princess is a port. But it doesn't really change the fact that it's still Breath of the Wild, and it's still sold bonkers well for a good friggin' reason. Okay. Sticker Star is not done by Core Nintendo. That's a different team entirely. and a team that we'll talk about more whenever we do some Mario and Luigi reviews. They have a more mixed track record than I think some people think. And Sticker Star, as much as everyone likes to point the finger at Miyamoto, I have been guilty of that in the past as well, isn't really Miyamoto's fault. As I mentioned earlier, he did mention, story, but the dev team at Sticker Star took that and freaking ran with it and created that goddamned abomination all on their own. Okay. Exactly, Ross. No, Sticker Star is actively bad. Sticker Star is Lamentation territory. It's a game... I have a private list of games I'd like to someday review, specifically because I know they're Lamentation. You know, because I know they're terrible. Sticker Star is on that list. And it's nothing anytime soon. I got a lot of other stuff to do first, but someday I'd like to go through and really showcase how goddamn terrible games can get. You okay? Okay. Oh, that's... I mean, yeah, that's what they're supposed to do.
My legs do not like stretch.
Sticker Star. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and go against the grain a little bit and say that the Mario and Luigi paper one they did was not really good. I was very disappointed by that. Now, having said that, I will admit I'm probably more positively inclined towards Color Splash than most people are. Because the story of Color Splash, the story axis, is actually legitimately good. The gameplay side is goddamn terrible. Excuse me for repeating myself here. And I have yet to play Origami King. So we'll see what we think of that one when we get there. Sorry, one moment. I'm just cleaning my headphones really quick. Some fuzz. Nobody likes fuzz. It's coarse, it's irritating, and it gets everywhere. Would I put Metroid 2 at a net negative? Ooh. No. I think Metroid 2, the original, is a better game than Metroid 1. And I mean that. Metroid 2 is a little bit more linear and a little bit more structured, and I think that helps it. Metroid 1 is very experimental, and it freaking shows. Like, they were inventing gameplay concepts for Metroid 1. And again, it shows. That's a good question, Sean, and unfortunately, I do not know. I have no idea what... Like the alternate universe, right? If Miyamoto never decided to get a burr up his ass and say, we don't need story in our games, I'm not sure how a lot of games would have turned out. Like Galaxy 2, which we did have several bits of story already kind of scripted for it. We know bits and pieces of it, and all that was thrown out the window. And of course, the Mario and Luigi series backed off. Paper Sticker Star backed off. And I know there's others, and I can't remember all of them right now. Please forgive me. A lot of games backed off of story at that point in time. And like I said, only recovered about a decade later. So, visuals. Evo, will you do me a favor and pay attention for a minute? Can you do that? If you can't, please say please say so. Please, please, oh God! Why won't she talk to me? Okay, so. I want you to just pay attention to the galaxy. We're talking brickwork. We're talking visuals, right? Story axis stuff. So, like, just pay attention to the opening crawl here. Because most of this stuff is pretty simple, honestly, but, like, none of this stuff compares to Sunshine. At least what I've seen so far.
Yes.
I love this music. So, okay, you kind of got the vibe of the first world here. This is kind of the palette of the first world, for lack of a better way to put it. And then we got the second galaxy. Second stage. Oh my goodness, Lord Herma. Congrats. So, second world. Stage, level, man, I don't know what word. They call it galaxy, that just feels inaccurate, right? Like, you don't call a stage a galaxy, right?
Yes!
The codifier for Metroid as a genre? Super. Like, I mean, don't mistake me. It was innovated before that. The concept of a Metroid-y game, a Metroidvania, predates Super. But Super is what codified what a Metroidvania is. And I'm not just saying that because Super is a frickin' great game. I mean that with sincerity. See, I feel like there's another one that predates Metroid 1 that even I can't think of the name of because it's really esoteric, you know? But either way, yeah, Metroid 1 was definitely, like, at the forefront of all of that. Early days of genre development. That's a good question, Ross. It's like asking if Hydlide really gets credit for innovating the Zelda concept. In fact, several people credit Hydlide for inventing the concept of the open world, since that predates Zelda 1. See, I'm not super impressed with the texture. Sorry, I shouldn't talk over you. What do you think, kiddo? What is... Here, hang on. Of course, now I'm at, like, the worst possible place to show it off my knees. Hang on, can you give me a second, please? Please, please, please. Thank you. Thank you, sure. For sure. Hydlide is a piece of crap. I agree with that. Yeah, exactly. Doom wasn't the first... Hell, even Wolfenstein isn't the first FPS, right? I don't own Hydlide, Mr. Red. Maybe says hi. So, what do you think, visually?
Looks cool.
Me too. Throw the black hole in the distance.
Yes!
Where?
Down here, I'll show you. I'll jump into it. Ready? No, don't talk to me. Go away. Go away. Okay, into the black hole. You're dead. Okay, so that's this area.
It's golf.
Kinda is, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the whole point of a codifier. You know, a codifier is not the first, it's the one that really codified what makes up a such and such. Like it or not, Doom... I'm sorry? Yeah, I got like 2 more here. One of which is... I have trouble selecting. Hey, game. There we go. Yeah, I know, Rex, right? Sure, Evo. Doom codified the FPS. What we think of as the FPS. So what do you think? What do you think?
You're gonna have to climb that.
I mean, it's a
Why
little...
does that look like a giant porta potty?
That looks like a giant porta potty?
No, there was something. It looked like a giant.
Oh, I think because physics.
Physics aren't.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Watch. What? What? Ugh. See? Perfect physics. It's actually a really good jump. I can't believe that. Oh, there it was. There it was. Talking about that thing over there, right? The thing that's now behind this.
Yeah.
That thing. I don't know what that is.
It looks like a porta potty. Are those crystals with crystals?
Yeah. They look like little sugar candies, don't they? They are. What codified the MMO? EverQuest. And EverQuest is not the first MMO, too. Okay, I leave you be. Thank you for your opinion. Now to do the hard mode stuff. Yeah, so this is a Daredevil Comet, which means we have 1 health. The first MMO was... Well, as with all genres, it gets debatable the further back you go. I would say the first MMO was Neverwinter Nights. It was the first MUD that actually had a graphical interface, an MMO. But you... My niece is always trying to kill me. I don't understand. Oh, we're starting right at the boss. Oh, thank God. Yeah, MUDs have been around for a long time before Neverwinter. But Neverwinter Nights added graphics to it, and again, that's what I defined as the beginning. So notice we only have 1 health now. So if we touch anything, we dead. Yep. Okay, so let's get some bits. We have some ammo. Now we gotta fight the boss. There's a
Beyblade.
What?
A Beyblade.
What's a Beyblade? Okay. Building your old terrible. Oh, Jesus! Dead uncle. Yeah, there's a later Daredevil Comet I intend to at least show off, because in my opinion, it's actually the single hardest star in this entire game. Not worst, not most frustrating, just most difficult. I'll point it out when we get there. Oh, God, I can't remember the name of the game, Mr. Red. Hang on. Let me try to not die here really quick. Oh, Jesus. We haven't died. Doing well. Lack of death has improved. Shoot. Okay, now we've got ads to deal with.
Advertisements.
Yep, we're dealing with ads. Oh, okay.
You did it.
Okay. I mean, she knows what a Beyblade is. I have no idea what a Beyblade is. So... The dating sim. The Kentucky Fried Chicken dating sim, Mr. Red.
Yeah.
That's a real game. I've played it. It's hilarious.
KFC dating simulator?
Yeah, you're trying to date KFC. Like, that's the goal, is to date KFC.
Oh, what?
And he's, like, all dreamy, and he's like... He looks like the guy on the box, you know, the dude with the light. He's just like... I have all my mixes. But I would only reveal them to someone who truly knows the passion of cooking. You have to do mini games to cook better. It's great. It's great. You'd love it, kiddo.
Now I kind of want to play it.
I'm not a boomer. I didn't spontaneously get older. I'm also not a climate change denier, so, you know, I got that going for me. We've already gotten 27 stars. We're actually making good progress. I would make it the theme song of every time one of your rivals shows up, Mr. Red. That's how I would do that. Like your rival shows up. Whoa. That's right, it's warm here too! Global warming, more like global baking. I don't know. Alright, so next round of levels, finally. I'm sorry for taking so long to get here. We're kind of sweeping, you know, as is our wont. And trying to be entertaining, which is the hardest part, honestly. Because we all know I'm boring as sin. See, that's the real reason I allow my niece down here, is because she just adds entertainment value to the camera. She's going to take over my streaming career in like 10 years. What would you stream, if you could? Just for fun. Minecraft, there you go. She's going to be a Minecraft streamer. Oh my god, we've already gotten to the point where we have access to the next boss. The Oregon Trail generation. That's a good one, I like that.
Oh, the Oregon Trail game?
Have you played that? Holy crap. Listen, we need more Minecraft streamers. Ooh, this is a fun one. Although, in my defense, no offense to my niece, but I've seen several Minecraft streamers, and most of them suck. There's a couple of good ones, but, like, most of them just sit down and there's just no charisma, right? No energy, no entertainment. They're just sitting there playing Minecraft. With, like, music playing in the background. So I think she'd do better than that.
Yes! Whee!
Well, this is fun. Yeah, caution.
Did that toad have a knife?
I think it's a pickaxe.
But it was a knife.
Our glorious starship. The Starshroom crashed. Yeah, I would be her guest star. I'd just show up here like in the stream. Hey, kiddo. What are you streaming? Minecraft. Oh, I remember Minecraft. So, yeah, I'd be cranky lore. Oh, back in my day, we had to craft mines manually. So this is a cool gimmick. Check this out. It's also really easy to scrub. So you're probably going to watch me die a few times here in a minute. I remember when Minecraft was nothing but blocks.
Books.
Blocks.
And Minecraft stuff.
Oh, okay. I will say, we recently looked up how to make a helicopter in Minecraft. I was supremely disappointed. It was like a really crummy helicopter. I think we could do better. No, please don't pop. I will die if I pop. I will die instantly. Although that would be a painless death. Oh, dip, 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 dip. Yep, nope, 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 nope.
Okay. Go.
Okay. I have to get over there. Means I gotta go back through this thing again.
Be careful. Go, 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 go.
Oh, jeez, I almost hit that one. But it's okay, we made it, we made it.
Here!
Round 2.
Hey!
I want to eat a candy.
Which one are you gonna try? Is that the, like, vine? What? Yeah, yeah, yeah. They look sour. At least that's what my mind tells me when I see those. Oh no! Here, let me... Oh, there it is. These are so much easier on the Switch controller, Dean. I'm not even joking. Okay, get rid of that. Go over here. Pull up the Google Translate. Pull up the camera. Okay. Oh, it's getting the light a bit. Hang on. Come on. It's not grabbing. Let's try to get like the little stuff down here first. Cutie! Yes! What's that say? Nothing, apparently. What about up here? Fruit flavor is fun! And delicious, apparently. Also, mini. I don't know what that says. I'm sorry, fruit flavor.
Root.
That's what it said, fruit flavor.
Root.
That's just gonna be like the regular stuff, and so is that. Okay. What does the big thing say?
It's the word of root, so...
You can do it. You can do it. It's not gonna do it. It's not gonna do it. Fruit flavored rice?
What?
Here. Is that fruit flavored rice?
I wonder, is this fruit flavored rice?
Only we can tell the answer. This enigma.
Is this rice or not?
Have you seen that meme where the guy's like pointing something? He's like, "Is this a something it's not?" Pointed the candy. Is this rice? What do you think? Ah, thank you. Oh.
It's not rice.
Oh, it's not. It's good though. That is also sour. No, that's good. It's more fruity than I was expecting.
It is.
Because most sour candy is just, oh, what do you call it? The chemical, right? That I can't think of the name of.
Orange one. Maybe I can press the big blue button.
I'm having a weird problem. I can't. There we go. I was like, I couldn't get out of the thing. There we go. Oh god, it's timed. Go, 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 go. Go. Should I go for the one-up, or should I not? Okay, yeah, that looks like a trap. That's bait. That's what we call that. That's bait. You want me to go and be like, oh yeah, no. Ooh, death. That is what I wanted. Yeah, no, they just put the whatcha-fig acid in, and they just use that to make it so it's fine. I enjoy it, but it tastes a little bit more chemically. This tastes like fruit. What'd you think?
Yeah.
We have like 2 winners so far. There's still some of this too if you want the rest of it. You don't have to.
Laundry detergent.
It's not laundry detergent. Someone please tell my niece that's not laundry detergent. Oh, goody. That's a good one. Let's do the boss first. Get that out of the way. Why are there so many black holes? You ever think about that? Like, I get it from a gameplay perspective, it's your death plane, but like, why are there black holes all over the place? Is Bowser messing with space-time so much that he's creating black holes? Oh, absolutely, Federation. I'm big on visual storytelling. Okay, I got this. Oh, jeez. Oh, God, I almost overshot that. He just murdered stars. You know, that would make sense. I don't feel like fighting you, Camella. Bye. Me too, Sean. What do you want for a power-up? $30 star bits? What a ripoff. Get me out of here. Ugh. Now I've got 13. Does that count? Kill these guys. Monsters. That didn't seem to do anything. Those. Now we got 21. Still not there. I should take a drink, but I can't. Against the law. Come on, I'm 6 short now, whatever. It's not gonna hurt it.
Kill the star.
Well, excuse me, Star. I wish to kill you. I will take the life, please. It's okay, it's temporary.
He became fat.
We didn't just kill him. He's fine. He's fine.
Got the black hole.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. And we're dead. So not like that. Take 2. It's okay. Mid-mission checkpoints. The downside...
Oh, no. He's back. He's back. He's back.
Yeah, but we don't have any stars. We can't get the bits now. We can't afford the life ups. We're going to do the boss without the extra health.
I mean, at least he's not dead.
That was actually what we were doing on purpose. We were intentionally bringing him back to life. We're just that good of a person. Get out of my way, kid.
Walks right past.
You just don't give up. Fine then. I guess I'll just whoop you myself. You want this Grand Star so bad you're gonna have to take it from me. Okay. Wrong button. It's okay. I accept being wrong. Eat this, Junior. Oh god. Camec's like, you ignored me earlier. I'm gonna throw fireballs at you. Yep. Continuing doing it. It's just nope. Oh wow. Phase 2. Whoops. Sorry, Kamek. Didn't mean to kill you. I meant to keep ignoring you. As you deserve. Fine. I'll murder Kamek. Jesus. No, I refuse. Instead, I'm gonna take my star. I'm gonna hold on to that thing.
I don't know.
It's really big and smooth. Like, look at this. We're not even holding on to it. We're just hovering around it. I think the developers were like, yeah, you can't hold on. From green to blue. Blue, blue. Now we got violet. No! You are not a helicopter. Or maybe you are, in which case, never mind. Thanks to you and your friends, all the domes in the lower level are working again. Once the engine room is on the upper level has been powered, the whole observatory will be working again. Then the Comet Observatory will fly as a starship once more. And you will be able to fly to your special one, who you are definitely not romantically connected to in the center of the universe. Actually, real talk, for the longest time I sort of automatically assumed that Peach and Mario were an item. Nowadays I don't agree with that anymore. We all know Mario's OTP is Pauline. That probably sounds like a joke, but think about it. Like, really think about it. Don't think about it too much. That's creepy. But just think about it enough. Hell, even the song with lyrics in Mario Odyssey, is being sung canonically by Pauline to Mario. I'll be your one-up girl? Come on. Also, Pauline's kind of legit anyways. And then Luigi and Daisy is obvious. Yeah, Pauline's honestly a lot like Rosalina. She's only really shown up in one game, but they did a lot with her for that one game. Otherwise, she's just been in cameos ever since.
Yes.
So you want to hear something funny? So, the last time I streamed this game, which was 3.5, 4 years ago, something like that now, it was a while ago. I asked a question, and then got distracted by having to do a difficult platforming section. And then I couldn't remember what I asked. So, I asked chat, hey, what did I just ask? So I could just... And I was expecting just a quick prompt. I'd be, ah, right, that's what I said, and then we could move on quickly. Nobody in chat could tell me what I had just said. Because nobody was paying attention to me. Now, shrug, right? Like, people got their own things going on and whatever. But the reason I remember that so clearly is that was one of the most severe depressive episodes I have ever had while streaming. I almost quit streaming that day because of that. Because that just hit me right across the jaw. What are you doing? I don't know. Mario, what are you doing? Yeah, no, you know what the feeling is, right? It applies in a lot of ways. If you spend a lot of time and effort and work on something, on like a party, or on, I don't know, a painting or a picture or something. Yeah, exactly. It's the screaming into the void. No one cares. No one noticed. No one bothered to pay attention to the thing you just poured your heart and soul into. That tends to get to me, and it probably shouldn't, but it super does. So that was an interesting day. That's actually one of the reasons why I try to make it a point to respond to people, even if it's just a simple, you know, cool or neat or whatever. When people put things out there, like in the Creative Endeavors channel on the Discord. Welcome back, Evo. I love the way she does that. Like, I think she deliberately tries to sound as unenthusiastic as is humanly possible. I'm not even joking, that's awesome. I don't see another sparkly thing, do you? Yeah, I don't either.
Just get out.
In fact, I actually have a similar story very recently. I was showing part of the X-stand to my biological mother, and her response was to tell me that she wanted me to stop talking to her about it because it was so boring. I actually stopped working on the X-stand for the better part of a couple of years because of that. Wholesale. And when I say talking about the X-stand, I want to mention, like, you know the vibe, right? I'm just saying, like, okay, so there's this and this and that, and this character goes in this way, and this goes over this way. This guy's going to do this thing, but then, you know that tone, right? Like, that's how I was telling her about where I was at with the X-stand at that point in time. And, that was her reaction to that. I was not super enthused about that reaction. Not gonna lie. Sorry, I don't mean to get all maudlin or whatever. It's just I was reminded of it because there was a stage very similar to this one that we were playing through. I'll point it out when we get there. I think it's a Mario Galaxy 2 stage. Where the aforementioned nobody was listening to me incident happened. I was just like, oh, okay. I guess I'll just go kill myself. You know, my mother's always been very blunt. She was the one who taught me that life sucks and then you die. Like, that was a recurring lesson she tried to teach me when I was younger. That there's nothing good in the world, and that the best you can hope for is to resign yourself to what little comforts you can get, because everything is awful forever. And I want to stress that I'm not joking when I say that that was her overall approach. That's how she raised me. So anyways, Mario, right? Oh, we can go down. Okay. How do? Let's do this. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to do that. Hang on. Oh, that freaking Goomba! Did you see? You didn't see that. That's okay. Yeah, we got the beer goggles on. Oh, man, this level looks so good. Because we're underwater. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. Let's get out of here. Whoa, shoot. Bits. I want my life back. Give me my life back. You. Yeah, that Goomba wanted his revenge, and he died for it. Remember, don't seek revenge, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all very loyal. That's true. Revenge is bad. I wouldn't have known that if not for The Last of Us 2. Taught life lessons there. The students are distracted by the sparklies. Yeah, I'm missing something. I don't see where they are. That means I'm stupid. Well, I mean, I was already stupid, but like, I'm more stupid than usual. There's an additional layer of stupidity here. Listen, revenge is wackio. You get revenge and it's like the best feeling in the world. You're like, oh man, that was so satisfying. Okay. Now what? And then you think, I'll just, you know, and then you get addicted to it, you know? You're just like, oh yes. Yes, more revenge. And then you just kind of, you're down on the docks doing tricks for revenge. Because you need your hit, your latest fix of revenge. That actually sounds funny. Somebody gets addicted to revenge. You have to make new revenge if you run out. You just hang out there like, yeah, what's going on? Oh, you splashed water on me. Revenge. Vendetta. That's right, revenge is actually crack. Or crack is revenge. That's right, if Batman just let Robin get revenge, everything would have been fine. He'd have been beaten to death with a frickin' crowbar or anything like that. Yes, for 3 years I will seek my revenge. And then I have it, and it's like, oh, okay. So now to pursue my real passion. Croquet, of course. Yeah, unfortunately, I think you're right, Federation Builder, and that just sucks, because that's going to suck to do. But I was looking around, because I thought I saw one more crate down here, but I'm apparently wrong, because I'm not seeing it now. Oh my god, you're absolutely right, Lord Aramont. I didn't even think about that. Then again, I was able to oust people to reduce stress, so what the hell do I know? How do we get this coconut over here? We can't pick it up. At least I don't think we can. Also, the coconut has... Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Oh my god, getting the greedy trait was just the worst thing for my playthrough. Okay, so coconuts are water soluble. Who knew? So here's my thoughts, Evo, and I would still love to hear yours, but so far, I'm feeling only a Brickwork positive in general, kind of similar to what we did with Mario 64. Like, most individual levels just kind of aren't doing it. There's an atmosphere, there's a vibe, but a lot of that sits on the music and not the visuals, you know? I mean, some of these are even demonstrably simple in comparison to, I mean, honestly, even just Sunshine. Yeah, it predated this one. It makes sense, given what they're doing with it, but it is still what it is. I'm curious if Galaxy 2 will have better brickwork, considering that Galaxy 2 is more traditional level design. It's okay, Mr. Red. I've come to the really weird conclusion over the years. That Mario streams, despite their widespread appeal and popularity, aren't all that interesting to people. And again, no judgment. Like it's not like I can judge you for not being interested in something I'm interested in. But this is so much better than streaming Baldur's Gate 3. You know, I don't have a better way to phrase that. I know that's low-hanging fruit, but you know what I mean, right? I would much rather be streaming this than Baldur's Gate 3 again, you know? Holy crap. Oh my god, look at his arms! Look at his hands! Oh my god. That's right, I need to be niche! I'm gonna stream... What's the most niche game I can think of? That I've actually played. I'm gonna stream... Blaster Master 0. How many of you have even heard of that game? I've never seen Paranoid. What's... What? So sometimes they'll do like a remake of a game, or a prequel, and it's set before the main game. So rather than calling it like 7, it's called 0. Yeah, we're gonna stream Tetris Effect. Track and Guard. You know, I don't think I have any, like, niche games on here. I mean, A Short Hike. Nobody ever heard of A Short Hike. I need to actually beat that game. Blossom Tales. Anybody heard of that? What else we got here? Child of the Light is kind of mainstream. The Saga series, most people are familiar. How about Dragon Marked for Death? How many of you have heard of that one? That's probably as esoteric as I really got. Buoy Base. Oh, that's a good one. Cities Skylines is on Switch. I don't recommend it. It's not a good port. To my great dismay. The controls are acceptable, but the load times are terrible. Hang on. We'll get some really good music going in a second here. Give me a second, okay? Give me a second. Screw it. Nobody cares about the review. All we care about is the lore. Buoy Base. Welcome to the Floating Fortress. I'm just gonna shut up so you can enjoy the music.
Yes!
Oh yeah, and here's that layered Yoshi drums thing all over again. Generally, I don't play bad ports, so I don't have an answer. I was actually asked that earlier. I don't have an answer pre-baked ready for that. Like, the Silent Hill 2 and 3 port is probably one of the worst ones out there that I'm aware of, anyways. But I haven't actually played that. The worst Switch game I've played? Mario Galaxy 1. Wait. Mario Odyssey. Wait. Celeste. I don't know. They're all great. Like, even the... So, speaking of bad ports, Civilization 6 on the Switch is actually a really good port. Like, I have played Civ 6, like, in full matches on the Switch. It's really good. Some real effort and thought was put into it. I mean, probably because I just wasn't trying to be, you know, evil. That was my problem, okay? I tend to lean towards playing a good character, even in something like CK3. So, I would give money to people, or I'd spend money on things, and they'd be like, ah, die. One more. Give me one. Come on. I want you to do it. I want you to do it. Hit me. Come on, hit me. And yeah, and it increases stress, and so I had to find a way to get rid of stress. Oh god, it was such a thing. Alright, here we go. No! They suicided. Thanks, YouTube. This is your fault. That bad, huh, random? Okay. No! Okay, I keep getting 2. I'm trying to get 1. Well, kind of worked. Land this will actually worth it. Booyaka. So, when the first adpocalypse hit, YouTube started locking down on certain types of VODs and videos, and started demonetizing certain one of them. In my experience, since I don't actually monetize on YouTube, because, you know, duh, I found that deliberately ensuring that something in my video would automatically not be accidentally flagged as kid-friendly and then cause damage to my channel, if I just said suicide, nice and verbally on the channel, they would always be like, oh, that's for adults, that's not for kids. Because I cover games like this one, which morons would think is for kids only, and therefore would qualify as kids content, which follows under different rules and would be a mess, and would just be damaging to my channel. So, that's where that comes from. You rescued a green power star. These have special power. Ask the green Lumas about them. After all, they'll transform into green power stars someday. Damn, that sucks, random. Also true, vulgarity. Thank you for helping me. I am a guardian of the Trial Galaxies. To restore the door, we'll need the power of 2 others like me. Alright, so we need 2 more greens so we can access the green stuff. telling you, we just need a public domain hosting service for videos and stuff. That's a good question, Arspruce. Yes, I suppose that would qualify as a port. I hadn't even thought about that, but you're right. That being said, is it a port that's unfaithful to the original is a real question there, because I don't think the original would review particularly well either. Do I have 600? I do. I don't disagree with that, Darkrai, but I mean, YouTube's overall approach has been very strongly hands-offy, while simultaneously being too hands-on-y, and it's really frustrating to me. I like pretty much every song in this game, Evo. No, seriously, this is my second favorite soundtrack of a Mario game. Counting the RPGs. Eels! Yep, time to have us some dinner.
Yes!
Grandpa's getting old. Ever since those big eels showed up. We haven't caught any fish. Well, let's go get rid of some eels then. Well, okay, that sucked. Oh my god, I am eel prepared for your puns, Evo. Or should I say Elo? I should not say Elo. That would be silly. Because I am a very silly person. Very eel-advised puns, I agree. I'd like to turn. How dare you dodge my attempts to kill you? Listen, I don't want to brag or anything, but a lot of these puns are electric. Puns are amazing. We need more puns in our lives. Terrible, terrible puns. Also, Evo told a pun, so then it just took off. She knew the horror she was unleashing. She knew there was no taking it back. You know, I don't know about you all. I don't think this is the kind of game I would have played when I was in elementary school. finding the red shells when I actually don't have a shell. I can pick them up. All the red shells. Oh my god. Oh, red shell. I won! Squeal!
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Because we were fighting eels. Listen, there's eels! You gotta understand, there's eels. We got eel problems, yo. I think we're actually up to 2 vulgarity. But yes. Yeah, this is just a feel-good game. Like, I apologize for getting all real on y'all. But back when this game was available for sale, it was a heck of a steal. I don't think she'd care if Federation does it. Listen, we all kneel before Evo and her pun mastery. Welcome to hell, view for Blue Fusion Bolt. Population? People who can't make up their frickin' minds. I haven't heard any audio spam of note yet. Other than the beetle leaves, which I have given my answer. Whoop, whoop. Oh my god, paranoid android. Okay, so we'll put that towards Eelfin. Oh my god. Hang on a second. Towards the Eel de Centauri, Eel de Block, and Deus Ex Eel Revolution. Thank you for being part of the show, Paranoid. Listen, nobody actually wants to play Invisibial War. We all know what kind of a score IGN would give this game. 2 out of 10. Too many eels. Okay. I allow you to clip that one. That's okay. That was great. Not that you're going to, because nobody does highlight reels anymore. But, like, wow. Knockbacked into the insta-death. No, it's all good. I do understand. It's not like I'm angry about it. I cannot afford to pay people the kind of working wage that is necessary to actually have a team of highlighters. Like, you know, most YouTubers have, or most streamers have. Makes sense. This is how it is. Starting to do something purely for volunteer work, you know. Nor does I don't have any time. I haven't worked on the rewrites in literally about 7 months at this point. Although who knows, in about 5 or so months, I might actually be caught up. And it's lit. God dang it. I mean, if I could stream 30 hours a day, I probably would, at least for a little bit. Don't worry about being behind all the time anymore. Schedule. When I wrote RFF1, it took me about 2 days to write the entire script. So whatever that translates into. However long it is, divided by 2. When I actually sit and write, I kind of smash it out, but I have to be in the zone for that, for like a better way to put it. I can't just be like, alright, it's the end of the workday, I'm mentally exhausted and tired, time to write. No, I have to spend a day writing. You know? I mean, the way I've been approaching the highlight reels ever since they went to full volunteer is, whatever actually interests you. If something actually catches your attention, like Head-On did, then sure, that's what you should go for. The only request I would have is like a general Mario highlight reel. And honestly, it's probably going to be a lot of me nailing amazing jumps perfectly the first time, and sucking terribly, like happened earlier. That's going to be probably the category that, and you know, discussing game design and stuff like the beginning of this very stream. There was a lot of discussing the nature of 3D level design and how this game kind of lucked itself into existence. Yeah, something like that, Mr. Red. Here's the Pokeball. Which, I mean, let's be honest, at this point is probably a deliberate reference. I mean, look at that. Tell me that's not... Kiddo, can you come here for 1 second, please? Does that look like a Pokeball to you?
I want to.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty much the reaction I was expecting.
Swimming in it?
Yeah. Yeah. I opened it up and there was water inside. I don't know.
Yeah. Space gravity.
Yes. There's Mario Space Gravity holding it in place. Which makes a weirdly large amount of sense. No, and I don't plan to, Mr. Red, because I don't have it. Like, I didn't record it. You know, that's a good point. You gotta have water so the fish Pokemon can survive. Tracks. Oh, we have to pass a swimming test. How much time have we spent swimming already? It's up to you, Mr. Ed. It continues to be a volunteer thing. Although, if you make a Mario one, since that's what I'm requesting, I would pay you. Just, I can't pay you what you're worth. I would just give you some money for it. To compensate you for your time and your expertise. I'm doing well enough right now financially that I could afford to do that. I mean, if they ever, restocked their, I forgot what they're called. They have a specific line of plushies, which are really, really high quality. If they ever restocked that, there's like 10 or 15 Pokemon plushies I would buy the day they did. Right. Here to take the swimming skills final test. Alright, in this test you must collect shells in the ocean. If you bring me the gold shell, it's an automatic A. Okay, and where's the gold shell? What? How's that fair? Although that would make sense, wouldn't it? Oh, there's the gold shell. We must steal it from that penguin. My favorite Pokemon is actually right behind me here. It's the Crobat. Okay, that's irritating. It's twice I've grabbed it and then thrown it the moment I grabbed it because of how much I was mashing. Mario Odyssey might qualify for a highlight reel of its own. That's actually not a bad point. Because Mario Odyssey is going to be a long game, and it's going to be just hopefully highlight worthy. I see now the self-doubt's kicking in. Maybe it won't be, I don't know. I hope it will be worthy of highlight reeling. Amazing. I didn't think you'd actually be able to bring it back. Well, here's a gold medal for you. No, Darkrai. Not unless we completely changed who Cyrus is as a person. Good job. Are you even one of my students? No. Yeah, it's actually funny. There's other Pokemon which probably arguably fit me better. But think about Crobat for just a second. It starts off as what's considered junk Pokemon. One of the most worthless Pokemon in the game, right? Now, I know there's no actual such thing as a worthless Pokemon, but like, in popular consciousness, Zubat is worthless, right? And you have to stick with Zubat, and you have to level it up and give it care and attention, and it has to be happy. It only can become a legitimately good Pokemon if you take care of it and keep it happy and nurture it and grow it, and eventually it becomes that monstrosity. And it's worth noting, Crobat's a sweeper. I forget the proper term in Pokemon lingo, but it's the kind of Pokemon that can sweep an entire enemy team by itself. Funnily enough, one of my other favorites is Melodic, aka the development of Feebas, another worthless Pokemon that with time and effort becomes this amazing thing. Plus, it's got 4 wings, and 4 wings is cool. I like 4 wings. Oh god, the comet of this stage. That's true. Vulgarity. You're absolutely right. Like I said, I mean, any Pokemon can be turned into a good Pokemon. That's, in many ways, the point of the franchise. You know, pick your favorites. But some are just objectively better than others. Got it. Don't hit the wall with a shell. I mean, you know what I'm about to do, right, kiddo? Yep. I mean, whenever we review most games that have a Feebas, it might actually be worthy of a negative by itself, because that is absolutely silly, the method to catch a Feebas. What the hell? First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go life. Evo has returned. Now she can tell me how much she hates me. Whoops. I didn't think he was gonna go that way. It's okay. The mission checkpoints. I always want your thoughts! No! Evo. Yeah, we're going to do a medium dark to get caught up. I've got some paperwork, and I've got some other stuff. But the most important thing is, I haven't done anything but stream for, like... Jesus! I know I can make that jump. For like 7 months. I think 7 is over-exaggerating. It's like, so... We're currently at 6 months, and we've got plenty of Mario left, so who knows? That should be 7. Okay, we're gonna give up on that. We're doing it with them being this slow. This stage might be dizzying when we do the hard mode, by the way, so I'm just going to give you that warning in advance. I don't want to take a break during the medium dark. I may have to. Let's see. Oh god, the Cyclone Stone, no!
Wahoo! Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Correct, we're gonna pretty much do the 2Ds in a row. and then we're going to lead into Wonder. Then we're going to conclude with Odyssey. It'll be very interesting to look at Wonder and Odyssey side by side. Because Odyssey kind of sits by itself. I was thinking about that earlier. I'm Luigi, number one. Like, most of the 3D Marios follow enough of a pattern that you can compare them side by side.
Yes!
And ditto with the 2Ds. Odyssey just does its own thing. So, reviewing Odyssey kind of by itself, yeah, that sort of felt correct. What did you say, kiddo? Oh, God. Did you say, hey, Uncle Lore, get run over by a chain chomp? Oh, okay. Well, I have failed you then. I think Darkrai's trying to sabotage me. Oh, there we go. No. Boos generally don't hold allegiance to anyone. Even the King Boo isn't actually in charge of the Boos. Probably one of the Boos that has the closest stake in being actually in charge of anything would be, I can't remember her name. It's from Paper Mario 1. Yeah, Boos are supposed to be trickster spirits by their nature, which is important because that makes them non-malevolent. That's why King Boo is so... Lady Bo, that's her, thank you. That's why King Boo is considered such an oddity, especially by the Boos. Like, you're not supposed to be malevolent as a Boo. You're supposed to prank, not, you know, destroy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, imagine Faye, but a lot less horrifying, and that's what Boos are probably supposed to be. Right above a black hole, too. I think that I agree with everything you said. Like I said, what it's reminding me most of is Mario 64 in terms of visual design. Unlike Sunshine, which just kind of nailed it on the visual side of things. This is more like, eh. Yes, those are spikes down there. In case you were wondering.
Mario!
I will save you, Luigi. No matter what. Yeah, no, it's an early Wii game. Like I said, I really do think that Galaxy 2 will actually do better on the visual side of things. I would love to hear your thoughts on that, Evo, when we get there, if you don't mind. If you don't hate me horribly, which I know you do. So, there's a Boo power-up in this game. But of course, you're as weak to sunlight as the other Boos were. And notice how they tutorialize that simply by giving you Boos and the means to defeat them. And now you gotta deal with that yourself. This isn't super fancy, but it is nice how they do this. They'll do more with this concept later, too. I love the power-ups in this game, by the way. They're very inventive. And almost all of them are beaten by basic stuff, except for the Cloud, which we'll get there. I'll save you, Luigi. I got lost with the Toads. It was terrible. But I found the Power Star, so that makes up for it, right?
Yeah!
Scariest thing in Mario? Probably one of the optional one of the new character bosses unique to the RPG series. Without spoiling, in Mario & Luigi 1, Mario & Luigi 2, Mario & Luigi 3, Paper Mario 2, Super Paper Mario, and I will stop there. Most of the actual villains of those games are actually evil. Oh, and Super Mario RPG, obviously, who started the whole thing. Those villains are actually evil, which is usually done in contrast to Bowser, who's just like, and then the actually evil villain is over there being like, I am going to murder this puppy. And Bowser's like, what are you doing? What the crap? Punch, you know. It's one of the reasons Bowser is so often either a deliberate or unintentional ally.
Look.
I can see your brother from here. If you ask him, I bet he'll help you search for Power Stars. And I'm sure he has a lot to tell you. You should speak to them by the garage. Hey, Czar. Yeah, exactly. Raytheon isn't actually evil. It's easy to call him that. What's wrong? Oh, I've got mail. It's Mario, I'm a mail toad, and I have a letter for you. How did Peach send me mail through the... Yeah, except when Bowser is just spontaneously actually evil for some reason. Like in Super Mario Bros. 1. I plan to talk about that when we get there. Alright, Luigi. What you got for me?
Hey!
Bro, you're looking for Power Stars, right? Let me help. I think you might have missed one in the Good Egg Galaxy. Okay, well, is that going to be there now? That's the question. Let's go find out. So I think we've unlocked the Luigi stars at this point. Come back, Evo, especially because tonight, yeah, it's a male toad. Yeah, you remember when the Koopas were like evil sorcerers? And the King Koopa was like this evil mage type guy who imprisoned toads in blocks? I think you're right, Darkrai. I think they're not actually there yet. Let's go ahead and bow out. Oh my god, Evo. Yeah, imagine if the Mario series was like dark and gritty and evil and dark. It is pretty strange, yeah. Like, I don't think I would enjoy the Mario series if they went that route with it. I also don't think Nintendo would be the juggernaut they are if they went that route. Do I think the movies will ever incorporate villains who aren't Bowser? Oh man, I hope so. They're not going to. I don't want to sound too negative about such a popular movie, but the Mario movie was extremely safe. And the odds of them doing something like introducing characters that most of the viewer-going populace are not even going to recognize is kind of low. Also, so yeah, I just referenced the star. This is gonna suck. I'm gonna die so many times here. Place your bets. How many deaths do you think this is gonna take? My niece says 8 million. It's not actually timed, it's just faster. As you can see. Having said that, let's ask an alternate question. Let's say they decide to include one of the actually villainous villains from the Mario RPG series. Who do you think would be the best pick to bring to the big screen? Dementia was already mentioned by Rax just a minute ago. Smithy is certainly a pick too. And Fawful would have a hell of a presence. That's 3 really good picks immediately, but we got a lot we could work with there. I mean, we could even go in the direction of leaning onto the Shadow Queen if we want to go full Eldritch horror with it. Sorry, not Eldritch, demonic horror. Ladies and gentlemen, I suck at video games. And Darkrai wins. I'm not joking when I say that's one of the harder ones in the whole game. Not the hardest. I'll point that out when we get there. But that's a mean star. I cannot believe I got that first try. Oh. I'm a Ouija. There we go. Yep, that's... Alright, let's go do it. Get the Luigi icon. Do you notice how almost every individual star you get unlocks something? This is something that they did, which was kind of based on Mario 64, but like, a little bit better directed and a little bit better polished. The idea is simple. You're constantly progressing. And you're constantly unlocking stuff. Inside Story was Fawful's big showcasing, so... If you didn't like him there, you're not going to like him anywhere, Federation. Yeah, see, Smithy is a really good pick, I admit. And yeah, SMRPG-R is coming out in like 2 weeks. Hype, by the way. Hoip. Genuine hoip on that one. It is a classic. It's the beginning of the Mario RPG franchise, which is a whole franchise by itself. Yeah, no, it's a good and solid pick. It's the same reason you go with Magneto when you make your first X-Men movie. Because he's the villain, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Luigi. Luigi continues to be a bro.
Yeah.
So, the appeal of Fawful tends to be the fact that he's very... Like, he's obviously malevolent. He's got an ego problem and an anger problem, but he knows how to be pragmatic and think around his enemies. So he's not a complete blithering idiot. But he also doesn't speak correctly. And most people who voice act Fawful, myself included, tend to add an affectation to try and follow through on that idea. Just double checking something here. So between the intelligence, the competence, the malevolence, as you say, and the dialogue, the way he speaks, that's why several people tend to be rather fond of him, myself included. I mean, you know that if they added Kulex to a Mario movie, he would have to be like a 2D image, right? And like, I would actually call it out. I would have one of them just kind of look around Kulex, and like he looks like a billboard. And they just kind of look at their friends like... Don't even say anything. Don't. Is there such a thing as calling out the joke too much? Just have someone look around him so we, the audience, can see that he's 2D, and then just be like, and that's it. So here's the follow-up story. Which Mario RPG do you think would be the best to adapt to movie format? Like if you were told, if you were given the reins to take one of the Mario RPGs and adapt it to film, which one do you pick and why? And Mario's like, I will destroy Delfino Plaza. Like, Mario went mad from doing all the terrible levels in the Sunshine, and he was like the watermelon one. He was just like, oh, I'm done with this. We're done. Yeah, exactly. See, I was actually thinking Mario and Luigi 2 because of the shrooms. They're honestly kind of a classic movie-style villain. And they get across that sort of vibe. Oh, I love this stuff. Sorry. The problem I have with Sunshine is that its plot is terrible. Having said that, if we could affix a better plot to Sunshine, I'd be all in favor of that, because the setting of Sunshine is fantastic. Like, the Piantas in general, and everything to do with Delfino Isle is just, oh. It's all the stuff I was gushing at yesterday when we were showcasing Sunshine. You know, I just realized what this is. I just realized this. You remember those snake levels in Mario World in the dungeons, in the fortresses? We have to follow the platform as it kind of snakes forward. That's what this is. It's just a more elaborate and advanced version of that. Hey, look. It's an innocent, completely, definitely real. The problem with Paper Mario 2, if we were to adapt it, is that it's better suited as more of a climax, I think. I know some people are going to look at that and just think I'm wrong and dumb and stupid. Which is true, of course. But I really think that, like, if we were to come up with, like, a conclusory story to the Mario RPG-based movies, it would be Paper Mario 2. It's the one that most builds off of the setting, the most depends on that setting. Agreed, Rex. It's by far the darkest of the Mario RPGs, with the possible exception of Mario and Luigi 2, and it's a wonderful world builder. half the ideas I have for Mario as a setting and for the 4X game come from Paper Mario 2. Because of just how much it did to really flesh out that concept. I mean, one of the major story beats from one of the characters is how much a given person is still saddled with grief and regret and guilt for being out to sea while his wife died. That's a plot point in Paper Mario 2. I have thought of a Mario rewrite. The big question when it comes to a Mario rewrite is, what do I pick and choose, right? I mean, I guess that's not really the end of that. I guess that's kind of silly to say that way. But what I mean by that is, Mario is like 5 or 6 separate continuities which don't actually coincide with each other. However, you could say the same thing about Star Wars. So, let's race. I remember this race pretty badly, so we're probably going to die a bunch here. Jesus. Okay, this is terrible. Please? Is killing me. Alright, that's failure number 1. And then he murders us. Like, seriously, we die on the spot, so surely he just kills us for it. I think if I was to approach a Mario rewrite, what I would probably do, and this would be challenging, but that's why it interests me, is I think I would try to jointly merge several of the Mario's plots with several of the Mario RPG's plots. And then kind of move the overall narrative forward that way. So like SMRPG happens as part of / alongside something like Super, right? Not Super. No, Super Mario Bros. 1. Yeah, I said that right. And then Super Mario Bros. 2 is part of something else, and you get it, right? Like, use plot beats from Mario 64 and Mario Galaxy. And please select something. There you go. While primarily following the narrative structure of the RPGs. Ooh, yeah, Mario 2 and Dream Team. Good idea, Noctis. Because, yeah, we don't have to be linear about it, right? Yeah, the time is just whatever. The time is score, which the level game keeps track of as well, consequently.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Maybe Mario 3 and Paper Mario 1. Like one of the few times that Bowser really is actually the person behind everything. Not evil, of course, not villainous, but he's behind events. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get this star. This fight. I'm going to try to get this star. And then I'm going to do a little paperwork and try to get the HUD updated. And then it smells like dinner's almost ready.
Yes!
That's a really good question, Rax. If I'm being honest, and this is probably going to sound like something you've heard me say before, I feel like going into shows is a better idea than going into movies. I think Mario would work better as a long-form entertainment rather than a single cinematic event. Having said that, I would still keep Mario movies. I would just keep them a little bit more compact, you know. I know. We'll get there. We'll get there. That hurt, actually. Yeah, but actually good, Darkrai. Conceive of such a thing. It really was a very safe film. Oh, Fire Emblem would make a great show. Like, the whole franchise would make a great show, I think. Fancy now, Nintendo. Honestly, yeah, Darkrai. Oh, come. Okay, you can clip that one. I mean, it sold extraordinarily well, but that's always a grain of salt situation. I will say that even people more critical of films, like me, did actually enjoy the Mario film. I was disappointed by it, but I was expecting that walking in, and I just got right up the matter, that's all. It was still an enjoyable film. What you will. Yeah, it was a serviceable film. It could have been a lot worse. I have to sacrifice one Nintendo property to become an educational children's show. Which one do I pick? Kirby. Most pretentious film I've ever been forced to watch. The Godfather! I'm joking. Could you imagine? Pretentious. So I don't really watch pretentious films, generally speaking. There was one, and I don't even remember what it's called. Solid 4. Wah wah. Okay, let's follow a logic train here. You remember how there was the Suicide Squad movie, right? No, the first one. And there was this one actor who was a method actor who was a total dick off camera towards his fellow actors. Who is that actor? He played the Joker. Who is he? Jared Leto. Okay, so there's a film I saw that starred Jared Leto. And it was like about all these different timelines and this guy being in the future. And it was like a really, really, really surface level, pretentious look at really, really basic butterfly effect kind of a thing. Mr. Nobody, I think that was it, yeah. No offense to anybody who liked that film. I was not one of those people. So, fun boss fight, the first time we fight him. Regular rocks, and then a black rock. Black rock is a bomb, which we've already tutorialized throughout the course of the level. Gold rocks also give us health. And he starts throwing up obstacles in order to prevent us from hitting him. 3 hits, escalation. You can grab them from quite a ways away. It's honestly probably one of the better boss fights in the game. There's just an asterisk to that. I also love the effect of like the fog inside of him. So now we gotta Andross it up a little bit. Oh, it's a huge asterisk. The worst part is there's a little bit of RNG involved too, because of the movement of the bomboos, I think is what they're called. We really do, Vulgarity. There's so many Andross bosses in Nintendo titles. It's just terrible. I mean, Bowser is pretty strong. That's probably at least part of it. By the way, you'll notice he actually takes 3 hits to then hit him. Ooh. Actually, you know what? I agree. Star Fox, which, let's be honest, there's really only, like, the one Star Fox story, because they keep repeating it over and over, is more benefited as a movie than as a... Ah, damn it. Did you see that nonsense? Checkmate, Darkrai. Why are they snowboarding on the sand? It's extremely dangerous. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh my god, come on. There we go, got it. Oh, what? Oh, wow. Looks like fun. I mean, maybe for once, just for fun, just to try it. Yeah. It's true, they do have the Dinosaur Planet story in Star Fox, which has nothing to do with Andross for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I understand why that happened. In fact, I've studied Star Fox Adventures. Briefly, but still. No, I remember Noctis. I actually liked Adventures more than I probably should. I loved Assault. Way more than I should. Command, not so much. I wasn't a big fan of Command, I'm not gonna lie. Assault was great, though. I want to do a review of that someday. Oh, and by the way, I actually liked Star Fox Zero, so what the hell's wrong with me? What'd you say, kiddo? Oh, so you did. Just showed up. Oh my god! It's not loading. Load! There we go. Would you stay there? That...
I would stay at all of those places.
Oh, sorry, I was talking about the first one.
Oh.
The netting over the pit, kind of a deal. That's what I thought he was gonna do too. It's like, is he gonna? Oh, okay, he's okay. He's okay. By the way, notice how more and more Lumas show up the further into the game we get. Yeah, no, the problem with Star Fox Zero, pretty universally, is the controls. Most people have never bothered to give that game a fair shake because of the controls. For the record, no judgment. I myself have said many times that Skyward Sword was a very good game that caused me physical pain to play, so I get it, right? And I look forward to playing it on the Switch someday. But, I didn't actually mind playing Star Fox Zero, but it's really easy to see why people would. So again, no judgment. Okay. Let's do a little bit of paperwork right here at the end, shall we? Shall we? So we've covered a lot. We've actually been doing a really good job sweeping here. Seriously, Rax. At this point, my Wii U is more useful to me for playing Wii games than anything else. Although it is the only source of playing Twilight Princess and Wind Waker right now, so that's cool. Don't worry, I would never emulate a Wii U game because I don't know how to do it. Alright, so, yes, take a pill. Do it immediately. Do it. Yeah, Switch emulation is really top-notch. It's kind of weird. I don't care, personally, because I actually have a Switch and I prefer playing on the Switch. But if I could play... I mean, I don't mind playing Wii U stuff either. I literally have my Wii U right there already hooked up, and it's really easy to stream from. So, sure. But we may end up playing the Wii U for the Zelda block, which will be really strange. It'll be like... hang on, what's the full block? Let me pull up my own website here. Did you know? So let's see. It'll be Switch, emulator, Wii U, emulator, Wii U, Switch. And that's how we're going to play through the Zelda block. That'll be weird. Okay, so we did... Battle Rock? Yep, there's Battle Rock. I'm thinking they might random, but then again, that's because I'm pretty sure the Zelda block isn't going to happen until mid-next year. And there's an extremely high chance that the Switch 2 will be announced and released sometime around March of next year. So, I'm really kind of holding my breath a little bit for that. We'll see what happens. That's true, Darkrai. That's actually a valid point. Kind of, Rax, but I'm also kind of playing Kitchen with... Kitchen? I'm playing Kitchen with Nintendo. I'm playing Chicken with regards to the Metroid block as well. Well... Okay, so, I've given my opinion on this several times, financially, production line-wise, industrially-wise, in terms of trade lines, in terms of literal factory and circuit chips and all that fun stuff, it makes the most sense for the Switch 2 to come out in next March, or around next March. The problem is, it's November. So if they haven't announced it by essentially the end of the holiday direct, so the next direct they do, which would either be late November or early December, if that doesn't announce a Switch 2, it's been pushed back, and I admittedly have no idea why. Because all of the signs from the economic and production side of things indicate it's coming out around then. First quarter, 2024. I don't know what the holdup would be. There's just information I don't have if they don't announce it. If they do announce it, then I called it. We'll see. It's a good question. I don't actually remember. No, I'm legitimately surprised we have not seen an honest-to-goodness announcement yet. Most of the announcements, so as of this moment in time right now, assuming the Switch 2 has backwards compatibility, which it should from a economic perspective, not a creative one, then we're still on track. Nothing's changed. If it doesn't have backwards compatibility, that's fallen apart a little bit. What might be happening, I do actually have a theory, because of course I do. What might be happening is that they might be ready to go, like fully, completely ready to go, and have Switch 2s that are, you know, in the box, ready, and they've already sent out dev kits and all that fun stuff. And they're just squatting on it to try and squeeze a little bit more money out of the Switch 1. Which is not a great idea. And in fact, I would say would actually be fundamentally, objectively the wrong call for them to make at this point. But Nintendo Corporate has never been known for their smartness, so... Oh, right now the Switch hasn't even beaten the DS in sales. I'm gonna put Sweet Sweet, right? If there's Sweet Sweet. Sling Pod. Base. Drip Drop. The problem here... Yeah, no, nothing's ever going to beat the PS2 in sales. The PS2 is just going to stomp forever. It was a statistical outlier and a unique confluence in history. We're never getting that again. Yeah, if the record holds, the Switch 2 will be a flop. We'll see. I mean, WoW and FF14 are breaking their trends, so who knows. But, when you're doing console releases like this, you don't want to just squat on a console for too long, even though it's generating interest. In fact, what you want to do is you want to announce and be ready for the next launch when interest is high in your existing product, not when it's dipping, right? You want to retain that level of hype. You want to retain that level of engagement from your audience. You want people to already be well on board the Switch train when you announce the Switch 2. You want people to jump right from the Switch to the Switch 2. Some people won't, but those people wouldn't anyways. Some people can't, but those people wouldn't anyways. What you want is the Nintendo to be well in the public consciousness, and then, bam, Switch 2. Switch harder. And that's why I still think, I am still standing firm in this, I still think they're going to announce it at the next major Nintendo Direct, the late fall Nintendo, the holiday Nintendo Direct. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. It wouldn't be the first time. Exactly, Shadow Machine. That's what I thought they were going to do. I thought they were going to announce the Switch 2 when Tears of the Kingdom came out, or like right after it. But they didn't. And I don't know what they're doing at this point. I should probably mention, I talk about like production lines and financial side of things. The Switch 2, by all accounts, should have actually come out last year. It's very likely Tears of the Kingdom was probably intended to be a crossover title between the Switch and the Switch 2. In fact, it's possible it actually will be a crossover title between the Switch and the Switch 2. But because of a combination of COVID, some issues going on in Taiwan and China, and some other circuit-related problems, that got torpedoed. That makes sense. That's understandable. But the fact that they're still squatting on it, that's questionable. So, hang on. So, let me write down. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom HD. And Wind Waker and Twilight, please. Okay, so... music direction... That's what I'm thinking too, Rax. They came out swinging this year, right? They hit the big crowd. That's Tears of the Kingdom. That's the big one. They hit the Mario crowd, and that's going to be the other big. It's a mainline Zelda and a mainline Mario, for Christ's sakes. So those two were always going to be big swinging bats, right? We had a Pokemon game. Yeah, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet came out this year, and that kind of makes sense for that to kind of be like the end, like the finale of the Switch. But they're also hitting like the nostalgia crowd with a couple other games that have come out this year, including SMRPG 2, and I think Star Ocean is on the Switch. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I just realized I haven't actually double-checked that. Oh yeah, and Pikmin 4 also hit this year. So it is on the Switch. That's what I thought. So yeah, that's a big bat this year, just for the Switch. That's right, we just had a new WarioWare. I have heard nothing about that, so who knows how good that is. Hopefully it's worth a darn. Give me 1 second, please. I'm just going to double-check one of my own notes here. Oh, I guess I could unmute so you can hear the wonderful music. But yeah, no, you see what I mean, right? It's still a good time to announce the Switch 2. The Switch is on a rise. It will continue to sell, even after the Switch 2 is announced. I honestly... So, this gets into speculativeness. But there's a theory with regards to console sales, which has been proven historically. The theory is that if you've already got a console that's doing well, and then when it's doing well, you announce the new one, the sales of the previous console will not really go down more than they already would, if that makes sense. Direct example, the NES and the SNES. The NES continued to sell quite a bit of time after the SNES had been announced and then came out. Because that's just life, right? The NES sales obviously went down, but they were already going down. Yeah, the SNES and the N64 is another perfect example of this. Yeah, the NES was a budget console. Bingo. Some people can't afford the new latest hardware. And the NES still had a huge library of great games. Right? So that's one of the reasons you want to wait till you're on a high mark and then announce the new console. And then say, hey, because the Switch will still sell, but the Switch 2 will be able to capitalize on that hype, that rise of train. But to answer you, Silent Fox, no. Nothing has been confirmed. That's pretty much exactly what we're talking about here. By the way, this would be good highlight material, what we're talking about right now. Especially if I'm right and or wrong. Just point... I'm going to be honest, I haven't been using the timestamps thing. Because I didn't know you were going to be interested. So starting tomorrow, I'll start taking timestamps. So from VOD 3 onwards, there will be timestamps. If the Switch 2 doesn't happen all year at all, something's wrong. I'm just going to say that as bluntly as I can. Something fundamentally is wrong. Either they're morons who are making stupid decisions, also known as a Tuesday, or something like production line has gone very, very wrong. Okay, so... atmosphere. okay, Evo. No judgment, no nothing. I mean, even I could be wrong on that, Random. The only difference between me and most people is I'm not trying to tell you Switch 2 is coming out because I want clicks or videos or I want to sell you ad money. Or NordVPN. I'm just giving you my legitimate and actual analysis based on market conditions. Now that's a good question, Sean. That's a very, very good question. Truthfully, I have no idea. They could try to go with the hardware crowd. I kind of think that would be a mistake. We'll see. The only thing, I have one mandatory requirement for the Switch 2. And it's this, right here. If this is not a feature of the Switch 2, my interest will plummet immediately. My second thing, this is no longer mandatory, but this is like my biggest wish list thing, is backwards compatibility. And they could go a lot of directions with that. Putting as much of their library across all of Nintendo on the Switch 2 as possible would be awesome, in my opinion. I agree with that, Bella. We'll see. Did I write that down? I did not. That's what I was doing. So. It is. It's hard to overestimate. I know a lot of people don't like Joy-Cons, and that's fine. No judgment. I cannot put into words how different this is than everything else by sheer virtue of the fact that my arms are not locked together. The mere fact that I'm not limited in my overall positioning, that I can just do this, or this, or this, or I can just this, or whatever the hell I want to, is a sea change in comfort for me. Now, granted, I'm getting old, but even just playing Mario 64 and briefly Mario Sunshine over the last few days was a little bit painful for me at the end of the day, just because of the fact that I have to hold my arms and my shoulders together for such a long period of time. Today, played Galaxy for, I don't know, about 7 hours today. No pain, no discomfort. So, what I would really like, my number 3 wish list thing, expand on this, right? Expand on the Joy-Con concept. Make Joy-Cons that, first of all, don't frickin' drift. But second of all, make them bigger, make them more ergonomic, make different options or styles or approaches. Like, there's so many directions they could take the Joy-Con that they haven't been doing. The big thing for me is the split. As long as you have the controllers split, this is the big thing. Right? You do that, and I'm with it. I mean, honestly, that would make sense, and I'd even approve of that, Noctis, but that would be funny. I should also mention I'm a freak. You probably didn't even notice. I don't play with the additional... Whoa! I just broke my Joy-Con. I don't play with the additional attachment on the end. I prefer them, you know, like this. I know some people prefer them with that extra bit, so you're holding it a little bit more out like this. But that's it. Like, that's the full amount of customization that we get for that, which is not great. Okay. That feels up to date. Let me update the HUD. We'll go ahead and cut off for the day. And then tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll play more of this. But for now, we're up to 7 story positives. I'm just going to start putting numbers. 0 story negatives. 39 gameplay positives. And 2 gameplay negatives. I hope you've been enjoying. I'll see you next time, guys.